live.
We're live. How about that? We haven't done a live one for you for a while. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. So, how you doing? Happy Friday. I hope you get a good group today. It's always nice to talk to somebody while you do a project, isn't it? I think it is. I think so. I like that. Okay, so now I'm just thinking here. I finished this, but I don't remember. Anyway, I've been working on a necklace similar to the one that's on the thumbnail and the one that, I've been showing on Facebook and stuff. And this is as far as I got, so I'll show you. I'll show you what I did. But first I'm going to say hi to, hey, there's Dara. Dara, baby. Okay. All right, well, let's see as they come on.
Dara, Chris, Michelle.
Got a few people so far. That's good. That's always good. All good. Yep.
All good.
All good. Okay, very good. So, so I've been working on a necklace, an assemblage necklace with buttons, old buttons.
Oh, those are buttons?
Buttons.
They're cute.
Yeah, they're cute. I love buttons. I mean, that's what my, back in the 90s, that's what my line was. It was button jewelry, so I love buttons. But anyways, to get off of that, I'm, kind of trying to recreate that necklace because I sold that a long, long time ago, and I wish I had it. I wish I kept it. I know it ended up being on sale for some reason. I don't know why I loved it. I should have just kept it, Sometimes it just makes sense to just keep it, guys, doesn't it? So, but I didn't. So now I'm just trying to remember. And my color ink, this has been a day. My color ink went out on my printer, so I tried to print a copy. Well, it was just black and white, and I couldn't really make it out too good. I said, you know what? I'm just going to wing it. I have the one picture, so I'll have you use it for a thumbnail on the front. So if you're stopping by to see what's going on today, of course it's not going to be exactly that one, because we make this kind of jewelry with basically found items, which the buttons are, kind of, sort of. You can't really guarantee what you're going to have to work with, right? So you just have to work with what you work with and make it work. Work with what you work with and make it work. Oh, that's crazy. So anyways, so I got this far, which is most of the way done. I laid my, it's the same as all the other assemblage videos I ever did. You lay down your big pieces first, then your medium ones, and then you kind of build little shims in there, places where you can lift it up a little bit, and then at the end you add your interesting things to, say, hey, look at that, the little things. So on this one, I'm going to use this for a pointer. Oh, this is a better one. Let me use this for a pointer. Okay. So in this one, I use, you can see the vintage buttons. I would say these are probably 50s, 60s buttons. Found at a yard sale. Used to be, yard sales were the best place to find buckets and buckets of buttons. Not so much anymore. I don't know, at least not around here. Maybe by your place it is, but not as good as it used to be. So sometimes I'd go on eBay, or something and see if somebody getting rid of some, and that works out. But to be honest with you, I don't need any buttons. I got plenty of buttons. I got gobs of buttons. So anyway, so I used some of those that I had stashed down in the basement. I had a good time last night going down looking for them, Hey, Andrea. Well, there's two Andreas. Got two Andreas are here, and Nancy is here from Annville, Pennsylvania. Thank you for coming, all of you. So anyway, those are down. So the big deal about this one is that it has safety pins.
Oh, really?
Yep. It says safety right here, see? It's a safety pin. It's got safety pins, sewing snaps. Those are pretty visible. And it's got a little bit of brass stampings. It's got check flower beads. We have these at the site. I love this color, this mustardy color, this kind of antique. Let me push it up. I just absolutely love it. And we do have more at the site. So anyway, I had enough. So, I'm going to put some of those in there because those beads, just let me show you, they're nice and flat. If you've not tried these before, this is got to be one of my favorite beads of all time. No matter what color it is. because you can use it as a stone too. It's nice and flat, and there is a hole. Let's see, where's the hole? The hole's not extremely visible. You kind of have to look for it, but it's there. There it is, right there. So you don't have to worry about hiding the hole too much with this because it's pretty well hid all on its own, you know. So these make nice little accents in stones and whatever you're doing. You know, I think like you can make rings and use those on them, and you know, make earrings out of them, and just all kinds of stuff. See, oh hey Karen, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Glad to see you. Sam won the WTW last week, and I just now got it packed up, so Jordy's sending it today. So. Karen, when you see Sam, tell her the package I'm not forgotten her. It's on the way. So anyway, yeah. So I just kind of, you know, I did them in my Brenda Sue way, the way I normally do it. But yeah, there are safety pins in here, here, down in here. There is one. They're of course they're closed. There's one, two here. Here's another one. Of course, you don't have to put that on there if you don't like. I just like it. We have them at the website. These are plated brass socks, and they match our other brass sock stuff. So you can really use things like that to make really cool earrings too. Let me just show you for a minute. See, this is one of them from the website. You can hang it, you know, from here, and then put a little thing in it, you know, a little ornament, whatever, and hang stuff in the bottom. It's just cute, and it's fast, you know. Or you could do it this way if you want. Either way is good. But yeah, it's good. I like safety pin jewelry. Anyways, so I put them all in there. So what's left to do? Well, oh, I forgot to say, I got sewing snaps in here. I love sewing snaps as a sort of an industrial element. Now, you wouldn't use them in every sort of, you know, assemblage, but this kind is fine for it. With the buttons, the sewing snaps, I think, are good. They work out all right. So now all I have to do to finish this is finish the neckline, and then I got to put some pearls in and pick out the Sari scrap that got stuck in here when I was trying to work with it. Yeah, I got to put some stuff here and
I
here.
don't know. I feel like
here.
it's missing something. Like,
Where?
Like I see, like you have a little thing here, but it feels like it needs to flow a little bit over there. Or down. I just wondered.
Well, you know, it's in the eye of the beholder. But when I hold this up, it looks fairly even to me. This one's down here. This one's up here. This one's going this way down. This one's going this way. We got about the same amount. We got about the same amount of stuff on each side.
Yep.
Another way you could tell how balanced. And I did mess up a little bit. You can see I got a little glue in the back.
Ooh, you signed it.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. But yeah, when you look at the placement of the buttons, here, let me put this down so you can see better. It's fairly even. It's spaced out evenly all across. The only thing is I got a little bit of glurp. But yeah,
you can clean it up later.
Yeah, it's pretty well balanced, I think. But you know, that's just it. You know, if you're making it and you think, I don't know, yeah, then that's up to you. Like some people might not like the fact that I have this piece hanging down here, but I always love that little element. I always love this to make a little element like looks like it's trying to run away or something, you know. So I got this one down here, but I also have one to balance it over here.
Okay.
You know,
I didn't see it.
So yeah, you know, there's a lot on here, so you can. And one more thing I wish I had done that I didn't do with this, and it's going to be really pretty on. It's going to look really good. Let's see if you guys can see it a little bit better. And this is going to be pretty. And then you know, I didn't look up here. Do I have mess? No. But what I do have is I do have a little bit of space.
Oh.
Here, there's a good bit there, and here. So what I could do is put a little button shim in there, if I have one. Like this one might fit. Let's see. But no, see, it's going to want to stick up in the neckline. I don't like that. So I think we just have to deal with that. You know, who's going to see that anyway? But I do like to get that filled in a little bit better than that.
With pearls?
You could use pearls, but you'll be here all day and all night, and they're going to be rolling away, and you're going to hate, hey, Ilyanka, thanks for coming. So now, here's my deal. I had Sari ribbon on that one. I was playing around. The way I did it is I used 28 inches of Sari ribbon, okay? This is the eyelash Sari, so it's messy. But anyway, all I did is I just doubled it, you know, in half. So then now you got more like 14 inches. And then I'm going to put this jump ring through here. This one I tied off, and I'll put a safety pin in there too, because I can, and it'll be cute. And then I'll just, you know, hook it up to the side so we don't have a Sari ribbon neckline. Now, on the one that I made, I used what they called, this is a long time ago when I made that, I used what they called at that time gypsy ribbon. And what it is a cross between seam binding and grosgrain ribbon. And I don't see it so much anymore. I used to buy it from this lady who had a beautiful online store. She had so many fabrics and trims, and oh my goodness, what she didn't have. I mean, she had the most beautiful stuff. She retired, and she sold it to somebody, and I think they just broke it up piecemeal and it doesn't exist anymore. Hey, Melissa. So, ever since then, I've been searching for gypsy ribbon, and I've come to realize that gypsy ribbon was her name for it. So I did source some in China, finally, after looking and looking and looking. My contact from India said he didn't know what in the world it was. He tried, though. I give him credit for that. But anyway, I finally found some, but it still doesn't have the same look of what I used to buy. It wasn't very wide. It was only about 5 millimeter wide, 4 millimeter wide, whatever. And what I would do is I would take it and, you know, bend it in half, 28 inches, bend it in half twice, and then just tie it off in places. Like, for example, once this is on, since it is so frothy, I'll probably put another bow here. Because it's just needs to be controlled a little bit, you know. It's a little bit uncontrolled. Now, what I could have done instead of using that is I could have used just seam binding, which is this stuff. You guys have probably seen this. It's everywhere.
Oh.
People hand dye it, and then they just crinkle it. There's a brand name that they buy to make this, and everybody uses that brand. Right now, it's escaping me. I don't have any. I don't carry it, but that might change. Because we're starting to like to dye things, you know. But, you know, all you do is you dye it, and it's wet, and you know, wrench it out a little bit, and then you just smush it up. Smush it up, so get it all smushed, and let it stay like that, and then when it dries, it's all smushed. But one thing you would never want to do is iron it. You know, say, oh, you know, I need to get this straightened out because it's too wrinkled up, and I can't do it. Well, if you iron it, then the smush is gone, right? So think of that. Now, can you iron Sari ribbon to get it flattened out? Well, yeah. And I honestly wish I had done that with this. But if I had had the regular little strips, I don't mean the regular Sari ribbon that's real wide, like, you know. Well, this isn't a good example, but you know, the regular stuff. It's real wide. I would have cut it, yeah. And I would have also probably ironed it out just to get it a little bit easier to work with and see what I've got. But you know, the more I look at this, I like this, but I just can't get over the fact that I had that gypsy ribbon before, and it was awesome. I mean, you go back and look at that picture. You know, it was awesome. So, I don't know. I was sitting here and I had some stretch bracelets in a little bowl that I did, I think, for video a few weeks ago. Never really quite finished them. And look at this. Take that out of the equation. I mean, wouldn't this be... Let me push this up so you can really see. Wouldn't this make a better neckline in this case? I think so. Although the Sari silk necklines are great, I watched some videos last night and I saw this woman that works with it an awful lot, and what she can't do. I mean, she just did all kind of stuff with it. But the sari silk or ribbon, neckline would be fine. I think I just got to paw through my stash a little bit more. I've got a ton of sari silk, gobs of it, all kinds of stuff, skinny ones, wide ones, you name it. And it is going to be in the kit for Uptown Boho, which we have the link's up, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
The link's live, yeah. You can actually go sign up for it. I don't have all the particulars written up yet because I have to go and do that tonight. But Javi has it all set up and it's linked to the card. So if anybody wants to go buy that class, we're going to have a lot of sari, a lot of little crochet bits. We're going to have some buttons and rhinestone chain and scrap chain and just bibs and bobs and all kinds of stuff to make really super cool stuff. That's it. Here, that's it. Hug Snug. I couldn't remember the name of it, but that's what they use. They all use it, same one. But it's not that ribbon. That one, it's like a cross between, I don't know, grosgrain and maybe seam binding type of heavier one, and mulberry ribbon. I mean, it's just. I wish I had asked her when she was going out of business if I could have bought everything. All the ribbon she had like that, and then maybe she would have given me her source since she wasn't going to do it anymore. But maybe, I don't know, she sold it to somebody else, maybe she couldn't do that. But anyway, I really truly think that once I finish putting on my little pearls and bits, to finish it, I think I'm going to go with, I'm probably going to take this apart, and it's going to be my neckline, because I just like that so much better. I know for me, I would wear this more with this. But the sari silk has its place. It's really, really good stuff, and we're going to talk about it a lot about Uptown Boho. In fact, we're going to be making all kinds of flowers with sari and ribbon and fabric and just goobers. The first day of the class is going to be a full day. I think it's the 16th. I got to look at it. June 16th, I think it is. It's a full day, and that whole day we're going to be making roses and flowers and beads and stuff like that. That's all we're going to be. It's like prep work to do everything else we're going to do. And then you're all going to be in the class and be talking about it, and then I have somewhere I have to go the next Friday, and I really can't get out of it. So the next class after that there'll be a skip week and then the next one. And then after that there are 5 classes, half-day classes. So it'll go from June 30th to July 21st. And if we don't get it all in, it'll go to July 28th. Because you know me, I usually do those bonus deals. I never did get my line made from bulk class, though. I'm mad at myself for that. But maybe I'll get it done yet. I intend to. That class stays up anyways, but this one has to be created yet. But we will probably start putting people in the classroom beginning of next month. And the kits are going to ship out around June 8th or 9th, something like that. So hopefully you'll have them in time to start. I think maybe it's a little bit before that, because I have pretty much everything now here sourced. So yeah, so that's what it'll be. So the class and the kit are purchased together. It's $165. So you're getting all the classroom, all those things. There's going to be at least 5 projects.
It's 175.
Is it?
Yeah.
175? Okay, I messed up on that, guys. I'll take another look at it. Anyway, it's in that realm. How about that? She just told me, no, you're wrong. And then we send you the kit. If you don't want the kit, if you think I've got enough ribbon and sari and all that to last me, I do not need her sack of stuff, then she's left. The class is $115. And that's because I've got days into this. I've been planning this class for at least 3 months. I've had to refresh myself on some of the techniques, but you're going to love them. And through this class, we're going to move into a new phase of making stuff. So we'll talk more about that in the class. But yeah, it's, you know what, I'm not going to say more about it because I'm going to go write my, my stuff, my class description. I haven't done it yet. And then you'll know more. And she's got the schedule up, don't you, Anna?
No.
You didn't get that done yet?
No, I
Okay.
did not
Well,
do
she'll
that.
probably do that later. But anyway, I will tell you, So that's how that's going to go. Beads would be pretty too, yeah. You could do both, use the beads and you could. You need really big hole beads if you're going to do that. But I think that would be a really cool look. And you know what I would like to see, for me personally, if I was going to do that with this, I would like to make those Indonesian beads for epoxy sculpt and put the stuff in it. They have big holes because you make them deliberately big hole. So that would go over the sari, and then what you would do is you would tie knots to keep it from sliding around too much on there. I've done that. You can make a really, really cool wraparound bracelet doing that too. Have you ever done that? Taking a long string of ribbon or whatever, and then just put all kinds of crap on it, for lack of a better word. And then instead of, just being a regular bracelet, you just hook it, you just wrap it all around until, you get to a place where you like how it looks, and then you put your clasp. So that's a good look too. And Sari is really, really good for that. Really, really good. But this stuff here that I showed you, this here, this is the eyelash Sari. And I like it because I love the frayedness of it, but I don't know, maybe another application. I'll tell you what I like it for. I'll show you. I haven't finished my line yet. I'm not giving up. Don't give up, Michelle.
Don't give up.
And you can post it any time.
Yeah.
Because that class is staying up
I should probably
at
post
least
mine.
for a good long time. So we're going to use that for the alumni group now because I haven't done that class for a long time, and the other alumni groups are kind of stagnant, So I haven't done anything with them for a long time. So we're going to leave that up. But, oh yeah, let me show you this. This is what I like eyelash Sari for.
Ooh.
Is making.
Did you just make those? Those are
Yeah, I
cute.
made them the other day. I put them on the group. Yeah.
I didn't see
for
those.
these roses.
I must have been blind.
Yeah. See, this one's really cool.
I like
A
it.
lot of stuff in there, So, anyway, I love it for making this type of stuff.
So do you glue it like on a brass piece if you want to?
You sew it.
Oh.
So, say I wanted to make a necklace out of this.
Yeah.
So, and you could do that because I have one. That one that I show a lot of times. I'm trying to think, where is it? It's Javi. It's on the chair in my bedroom.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you get it? I'm going to show you how I do it. But I would, I don't know if I would use these ones, but, I might need another. But I like the big one up here with a smaller one next to it, maybe one like this, whatever, put together, and, one over here to make a, center, and then decorate in between. Like, I'll show you right now. And this video is up. This is an old video.
Oh, really?
And I know I've copied it to you guys on the group.
Well, we could put a link under the description below.
Yes, we could. Not strung, but intertwined. Okay. But how are you going to, I don't understand how you're going to get them to stay if you don't string them. Or maybe, I know, maybe on thread or something, and then, or wire and put it around. Yeah, that would work.
That would work, actually.
Hey! Nana, what's your real name? Are you Rosa?
I can't remember.
Tell me. I know you're a video queen too. She's got a lot of videos. I found you out.
And I saw her videos. They're
Yeah,
very cool.
yeah, very nice.
Thanks for shouting us out.
But anyway, I think she's Rosa. Tell me if you're Rosa.
Nana.
And if you're not, tell me who you are because I want to know. Hey, Joan. How are you, darling? Haven't seen you for a while. Okay, so this is the one I did like 8-9 years ago, maybe more. It was more like, no, you weren't here. It might be 10-11. This is before we had the creative group. We had a Sari ribbon blog hop. That's back when everybody was doing blog hops, you know. And yes, you're welcome, Michelle. And so we did this blog hop. We had a lot of people in blog hop, and it was very successful. Very, very. I think it was the best blog hop I ever had. But people don't do them so much anymore, and they're kind of confusing. First of all, you have to have a blog.
Yeah.
And then you have to know how to comment on vlogs. And you have to know how to punch in your pictures and get them right. You know, most people can handle it, you know. But for some people, it's just like, I would rather not do that. So I don't see. Thank you, Andrea. So I don't know if I ever want to do that again, but this was a good one. This was a piece I made for it, and I kept it. One of the ones I kept. And you can see I've got the froofy little rosettes here going on. And you can also see what I did is I sewed them together. So in this class coming up, you're going to need needle and thread. You might even want a little sewing machine once in a while. You might, depending on what I go with. But you do not have to have one by any means. And don't think, well, I don't sew it. It's, you know, can you punch a needle through thread and bring it up again? I know everybody could do that. If you don't, if you've never done it before, I will show you, okay? But anyway, yeah, they're sewn together. And then all these little bits and pieces on here are sewn on too, the seed beads and all that. Here's, Nana's telling us who she is.
Yeah, she is.
That's Rosa. Rosa, you didn't see. You won that certificate from last weekend. If you're Rosa Walker, I think you are, you need to get with me on Messenger so I can give you the code because you're going to have some fun. You won that big $100 gift certificate. Hoo-hoo. Yep. Now I wasn't sure, so I did tag you in the announcements. I put you in the newsletter. It's easy to miss if you're not on there a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyway, yeah, Rosa, you're going to have fun time, Carol.
Oh, somebody said with wire?
Was with wire?
I'm guessing sewing it with wire?
No, you wouldn't do this with wire. You sew it with a needle and thread. It's not hard, believe me.
Yeah, it would be easier.
And then I got like polymer clay beads here. I even made my class out of polymer clay. So if anybody wants to see how to do that, I could do it. But I mean, it's kind of like, you know.
Yeah. Somebody did ask, are the small wooden spools you carry large enough for the sari?
Let's find out.
Do we have any?
I have one sitting around here someplace.
Somewhere.
Yep. Okay. This is one.
I mean, it would be a struggle to fit the sari.
Well,
you just stuff it in there with a needle.
You can cut sari ribbon. Like, for example, this stuff was twice this wide. I cut it. You know, I went right down the middle and cut it. So you could cut some fits. And then there are some little tricks you can do. Here's a piece left. There are some little tricks that you can do to make it work. Okay, so I would maybe push, see I took my thing and pushed, did you see I pushed that right up through there? So, you know, if you're trying to get it through by hand, you might struggle.
She said, question mark, I won?
Darling, you won. You won the mother load. Aren't you glad you came today? Aren't you glad you came today? But see, yeah, Andrea, see, that went right on. You just got to have a little help from a friend, this deal. If you don't have one, we have some at the side.
Maybe we should shout it out at a video on your page. And this was the one.
You know what? This would be. You know, this would make a good video on its own. Hey, you know what? You want to bead your sari ribbon, not rhythm. How do you get the stuff on here? Let's do it again. Let's push it through.
Let's
do it again. You need this deal, and it's pointy, okay? So you just get down to the end there and just get hold of it, and now it won't go because it's, yeah, it figures.
Yeah, you didn't have it at the pointed part.
I got to get this going. It's got to stay on the ribbon as you push through.
Double knotted.
Might have to make a couple passes. But this one doesn't want to cooperate. But anyway, you saw me do it the first time. It wasn't hard, was it?
No, you didn't punch it through or anything. You just
shoved it. I just stabbed it.
I think you just shoved it.
I did, yeah, something like that. I know. You know what? When you do something enough and you forget, you have to go teach them, and you don't.
No, it's not. It kind of has to need to be like.
Let's try the other side.
Yeah.
It might be kind of. Yeah, it's wanting to fight me. I get it. You know what? You just keep bunching it up. Here's it gonna go.
Yeah, you.
I just keep bunching it up. Just keep pushing it.
You pull it through like when you're pulling like one of those you know, when you have a sweatshirt and one of those things come out of the hole.
Yeah, you gotta push it through and you want to kill somebody because it's so
hard. Yeah, why don't they make those things
so you just keep picking up more Sari until you can get it jammed through there. So now the trick will be, I didn't get a lot. Let's see if I just jagged myself too.
Don't hurt
Don't
yourself.
do that. Don't do that. See, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Andrea said, no, my comment about wire was regarding the how of intertwining.
Yeah.
Sari.
So yeah, I was thinking, maybe you
Oh.
I thought about that after you said that, and I thought, oh, maybe Andrea means
It's pretty cool with that.
to put them on wire and then push it all around through. Has anybody here ever done the wire crochet? I'm getting into that. It's so easy. It's so stinking easy. You can make some delightful things with that. But anyway, so there, if I did that, so maybe, hey. I always get my bright ideas on here. So I could do like this to keep my Sari under control for, for, this necklace. And then, I could paint these.
Mm-hmm.
I could wrap them with Sari or with seam binding because it's a little flatter. Another thing you could do. I haven't tried it yet, but I absolutely know it will work. You could cover this little booger here. Let me put him. You could cover him with epoxy sculpt so that nothing showed but the ends. And you could put your little doodads in it, whatever. Then let it set up. You might want to paint your ends afterwards. Maybe not. And now you got a cool bead with a wooden core nobody could see, and it all works like great. And then you can see how just push it up through. Sorry. Right. Yeah, Rosa, you're going to have to messenger me, okay? Messenger Brenda Sue Lansdowne at Facebook, and I'll give you the code. I just been waiting to hear from you. I would have normally reached out to you, but it's been kind of nuts around here, being honest.
Yeah.
So, anyway, and you could use a small crochet hook to push the ribbon into the spool blunt end. If it's small enough. It had to be really small enough. That's why I like, where did I put it now?
Needle nose? Right there.
Oh, okay. That's why I like this, Andrea, because it's sharp and it's long. But if you can get a crochet hook to work, then whatever. But I like this because it's long. But yeah, you can see easy. This, we could do this with this. And have, like, if we did these beads with the epoxy sculpt, made them Indonesian style, it would totally go with this and look awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
It would look awesome. Or we could do like I did. Let me push this up. We could do like I did with this necklace. I had I used to love to go down in my workshop and make polymer clay beads all day. I didn't care what I used, leftover scrap clay, whatever. Just whatever tripped my trigger, I would use it all up, make the beads, and bake them. And then I'd throw them in a bowl till I had this huge, my cup runneth over full bowl of beads. But then, I have to use them. Okay, fine. So I use some of them on here. And I have my little spiral beads. I think I've shown you guys how to do that in class or something when we had epoxy sculpt. Yeah, we did.
Karen said I had tried wire crochet many years ago.
Did you? That whole idea just never appealed to me at all until I saw some things lately and I'm like, I should do something like that, but with my fingers. This looks a little bit better because I don't have to wrap a base. Like, with wonky wire, we have to wrap the skinny cuff, with that, no, you don't. You just thread all your beads on your wire first, and then you just start crocheting from the other end, and you pick up a bead as you go. Just slide it down and pick it up as you go. So, well, now you'll be able to, because you got a free shopping pass there,
Woohoo!
Rosa. So, anyway, it's all good. So, yeah, so I put some of that eyelash stuff on here. Now, these spools I used were a little bigger. I wanted these for when we did the mixed media class last summer, because I wanted to wrap them, I wanted to use paper on them, I wanted to do stuff like that. And I need little ones so that we could make beaded segments and also earring stuff. So, but yeah, when you get one this size, more regular size, you can see this would be a walk in the park to put something through, because it's a huge hole in that, so. Yeah, there's so many cute things you can do with them. And, tissue decoupage. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Tissue decoupage is big. I have a new supplier in Europe. And they're supposed to send they haven't sent it yet, but they're supposed to send my order. Pretty soon I bought 23 styles of rice paper. And I bought them pretty deep. For me, I normally only buy like 6 or 7 or 8 because, they're not our hot ticket item yet. But these are awesome papers, and some of us were looking for the decals, to put on different things like pearl cabs and stuff like that, and you can get the little Chinese nail ones for your nails, and they're cute, and they work. They definitely work, but they're so tiny. I want something bigger. So I remember Mr. Burney over at 1928 had given me one time when I was out there visiting, he gave me a handful of old transfers that they used to use back in the day. Not anytime recently, like back in the late 70s, early 80s. And he gave it to me, and I brought them home, and I played with them. They're water slides. I played with them a little bit, and I'm like, okay, well, that's nice. And I just really did, I don't know why, they just weren't hitting me at the time, They just weren't tripping my trigger. So, anyway, so then I remembered he had them, and I liked them because they were vintage. The other ones kind of looked newy, So he says, yeah, I got some more, I'll send to you. And right now, in fact, I think it's over now, yeah. But last week, if you had an order of 35 up, Jordy was going to send you a little package of the old 1928 water slide transfers. So that's cool. I think we're out of them now. We're doing something different right now. But anyways. So I got them, and I liked them. You'll see if you got some, but it's still not what I had in mind. So when I saw these papers, there were so many more possibilities for using them to make jewelry. Because I really had to search to find the ones I had, There were so many, and little bits, little bits, which we need, little bits. So you could cut them out, and you wouldn't be doing water slide transfer, but you'd be doing tissue decoupage with them, which I think might even be easier. And you'd have that whole paper to pull from any bits you want. Like Sarah Jones is so good at it. Every week she shows us something else she's done. So I'm anxious to see what she does with these when they come in. But yeah, that's coming up. So yeah, we've got all kinds of things coming up for that class. I'm trying to remember. We're going to make big corsage pins. There are so many ways that you can make roses with ribbon and fabric. So we're going to make some of those with all the streamers that hang down. They're just so cool. So if you don't want to wear it, they're really cool on your jean jacket. Oh, I can't tell you. You can put a huge one on a jean jacket, and it looks fabulous. You don't feel like it's dwarfing you at all. So we're going to make those. And there's a necklace in there. Oh, lots of earrings. Bunch of earrings we're going to have. I think there's a bracelet. I have to go look at my notes. I thought and ruminated on so many different things, before I came up with this, so I can't quite remember. I have to go look at my notes, and I'll write it down in the description of the class. And, so you can do it with the kit or not. It's up to you. I've been sourcing so much fabric lately. I have some beautiful things. Another thing we're going to talk about in that class is something called slow stitch. Have any of you ever done that? Slow stitch? You do sew with that, but it's by hand. No, there's no sewing machine involved. Just simple little stitches. And you make these little bits to, you can join them like this if you want, or you could put them on. I want to take a bunch and put them on a kit. A lot of people use them for junk journals. So there's that too if you like that kind of thing, So, so we'll have that link up for you. You'll be able to do it. So let's see. So, all right. So we looked at. Anybody got any more questions on this stuff? This is fun, guys. We are going to have such a blast with this. The only time I ever really did much with Sari is when I did that one video, and then we had the Sari blog hub. Like I say, it's like 10, 11 years ago. And I've always had Sari, but it's just, just a little bit, just in case you need some. And now that's going to change. I've got beautiful brocades, sequins, all kinds of crazy good stuff. So, anyway, so we're going to do that. And seam binding and all that. So I'm going to put this over here. Okay, so what I wanted to tell you, I was planning, okay, fine, we're gonna make something, together, and we still can. I don't know how much time we got. Oh, we started at 3. It's 3:41 already. Well, we can start it. But something I wanted to tell you, of course, you guys know that all this stuff starts out with these pieces. We have a smaller one that has a little slot in the bottom so you can hang stuff from it. And then we have this big one. The big one is better for this kind of thing because you're going to go big, So anyway, so when you get these, you'll notice that there's one side that is sleeker than the other, more finished. And this one's a little rough up here. Now, of course, all you have to do to solve that is get your steel wool and go over your really fine steel wool and go over and soften that right up like now, really quick. But what I like to do, because this side is so, I said I gotta clean that up a little bit, is so soft. And it's all finished really good. I like to use this for the back. Because, hey, after all, who's gonna see this? You're covering it. So it's all good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this little bit of dirt off of here that I don't like. Machine oil. It's machine oil from the factory where they make them. And we have lots of these in stock, guys, so if you want to stock up on any of them, we have a lot of plated ones now, too. And when you can get the plated ones, that's especially nice. Okay, did I get most of that off? Yeah. Okay, so my engraver's right down there in that basket, Javi, it's plugged in. So I'm just going to go ahead.
No, go the other way.
What?
Put your hand that way.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Everybody go to sleep or they leave? Nobody's coming. I don't think they left. Okay, so this is going to be the side that's going on the back. So this will be the sign I'm going to sign. Okay, so I have a little engraver. It's like this. I used to get them from Dremel. Like this. They don't make them anymore, of course. So I looked around, and I found some imported ones at a really good price. And I thought, okay, maybe I'll be able to carry them. Well, the shipping was so high, I was like, no, that wrecked it. So I would recommend if you want one of these, try your Harbor Freight store. Me, I don't give links and I don't give recommendations to go elsewhere. But in this case, you should probably have one, because a lot of times guys like these things to mark their tools and stuff. That's like true. That with their mark. What I do is I sign my name. I don't have any tags. I never had any tags. I can sign my name itty bitty tiny on a tag, but I'm starting to feel like I want those finished tags. And you guys have those finished tags. I know Gloria has them, and Deborah has them, and a number of other people. And they're not expensive, so I'm thinking I'll get some made. But anyway, for now, this is how I do it. So I turned it on. Now I have to really be deliberate and slow. And you're not going to be really able to see everything I do. It's just going to explode a little bit. So let's see if I can do it without screwing it up. You want it engraved. You want to put some... Hey, I'm glad, Ilyanka. You want to put some pressure on this. They have settings right here of pressure, you know, how deep it'll go. But really, it really has a lot to do with how much pressure you give it. So I was very deliberate about signing this. Now I'm going to put my date. I like to date my work. So it says Bisu 2000. You can see. Yeah, you guys can see just fine. Bisu 2023. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming, Andrea. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit. We're sure glad for your company. That was great. Really enjoyed it. Here, can you set that back in the basket so it's out of my way? Maybe under there. Just throw it out of the way. That's good. Yeah. So anyhow, that's how I do it. Now, to keep this nice, I would buff and polish this out really, really, really good. And then I would seal it. Because it's raw brass. You know it's going to happen. It's going to turn. So I would seal it. Just spray Krylon. That's good. You know, that works. But then when I do the work of it, I would do this. I used to make a lot of ribbon, roses, silk ribbon embroidery years ago. I made decorative boxes and a frame piece for my mom. Yep, I did that too. I had a bridal frame that I used to do. It was very popular when I was working with the stores. And I would get ruffled lace, you know, not expensive. The nylon lace was fine. And I liked it off white. And then I had a way of tying it and twisting it and going around on the frame. I needed a big one. You need at least, 8 by 10 frame. And then I would put, they used to make these wonderful, wonderful mulberry flowers. And they are just not easily available. Not like they used to make them. And I could just bawl. I mean, why do you have such a good thing and you take it away? Come on. But they did. So, anyway, but yeah, I love those. And I would set them in there, and then I would set pearls in there, and I love making those frames. Well, I used to do tons of boxes, too, with flowers and lace and feathers and all that. So I think might be time and fun for our group to kind of move that way a little bit and see what happens. Altered bottles and all that, with the decoupage, that really works. So anyway, but yeah, I found a lot of ways you can make those flowers. One doesn't require any glue, nothing like that. You need a rubber band. That one's pretty cool. But yeah, we're gonna make a lot of them, and the Sari ones. And then also another thing I want to do is I want to pick up some felt, and I want to put felt into your boxes so that you can wrap beads or spools or a core that you make, whatever you want to do, and wrap it with the felt and then bead the felt. So I hope to be able to show some stuff about that too. It's not rocket science. None of this is rocket science, but it's like, just get your ideas all coordinated. Like, since I'm getting into it now, I'm like, I've just got ideas bouncing off the walls now. Just kind of something new. Every so often you need something new. And I think it's time for something new. That's all. Okay, so if I was to do this one, so I've got a new blank, it won't take me long to finish that. And I really do think I'm going to use these beads because, this really looks too good. Don't you think? This just looks too good not to do it, right? That's my thought. Okay, so now this is paper, so I don't want to be gluing anything you know, with paper underneath. So I got a plastic baggie, and I'm going to put it on here. Get my E6000. I like these little tubes. We sell them. I think we have a bigger one too, don't we? Yeah. But I use these because I don't do a lot of gluing anymore, so that's better than But yeah, I went through all my stuff last night, and I made bags of different kinds of buttons. Now, you know, I have colored buttons, but I didn't have as many as like mother of pearl and metal and stuff. This is all black glass, Victorian black glass. These are really ornate. I will probably put these on Etsy because they would make a great bracelet though. You guys ever make those bracelets where you crochet them onto a stretchy band? Anyways, so I got these, and then I have this one. And this is the one I think I'm going to work with first. So let's just kind of play with laying one out, I think. Let's just kind of play with laying one out. Okay, so, yeah, if I need any more, I'll get in here. See, there's all metal ones. There's no watch in here. There's just all kinds of stuff. I'm sure you guys have stuff like that. If you don't, we do have some at the site. So, anyway. There's that. So I'm going to release these buttons from their plastic prison. I know Dara has tons of buttons, but she's got killer to die for drool buttons. I had those buttons too, but you know me, when I get something good, what do? I sell it. Because that's what I do. Okay, so now I have some big buttons here. This would be a good center. Look at this. Is this watch not cool? What a great graphic. Did you see that? This is an old watch. I can't see who made it. This is like a deco period watch. Won't turn anymore. Case doesn't say anything. This is awesome. This could be just like by itself. I usually turn it on its side somehow and fill from there. I got this one, and I should say, this one. And then maybe if I'm going to do it on a side-ish, I could do like that. Or, this might work well. This is a wonderful old celluloid button. And it has a few little issues with it on the back. That's why I'm going to do this. Normally, I'm kind of tentative about gluing these up. You can, but they're not as easy to find anymore. So, you know, I love glad. Yeah, me too, Dara. I wish I had more time. I used to make bracelets out of them, and they're awesome. Anyway, so maybe since this one's thin, I put that there. I'm just kind of planning it. I used to just grab stuff and start gluing it, you know. But I was finding myself having to, pull it apart a lot. And who likes that? I don't. So I thought, well, with a little bit more care and planning, you would probably not have to do that, Brenda Sue. So I thought, So, I'm just kind of laying this out. I might glue it now, I might not. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so this is a mother of pearl, but I remember when I got these. I went to warehouse one time, and it was my first time at that particular warehouse. But I've been doing business with their company for quite a while. And the big boss called over to the warehouse, and he said, let me talk to Brenda Sue, because he knew I was there. He says, I just want to say welcome to the warehouse, Brenda Sue. That was nice. But anyway, they gave me these buttons on that trip. They gave me a big sack of these old buttons. And they're shell, So anyways, yeah, it's fun when you remember where stuff comes from, right? Yeah. Yes, Dara has all that stuff. I know she does. I wish I had all the stuff I once had. I'm going to be able to move in this house. Anyway, so I might put something like that. And this is a cloth button. This is old. It's partly wire and, oh no, it's not. It's black glass. It looks like cloth, but it's not. Huh. It's very old. So I might put that there. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it here. But you guys can see, we've done this together. I think just about everybody that's here has done this with me before on video. This is basic. Hey, Pat! Thanks for coming. I think it's basically just I can't remember what I was going to say. Just playing with it. I always say it's like working a puzzle, right? So I always say it's like working a puzzle, but like that. You know what? I'm going to leave this laid out like this because we're about done for today. I don't want to take any more of your time because we've been together already for an hour. Can you believe it? That's why when we do the classes, they go so fast, don't they? Yeah. But yeah, so I was showing you, what you could do with the sari for a neckline. Like I said, the eyelash sari, I didn't think it worked out so good because it was just too frayed. I didn't think it worked out too good. That was my thought. You had to tame it too much to suit me. But the regular sari would be just fine. And if it's too wrinkled up, don't like it, you can steam it out or you can iron it on really low heat because it is silk. I want to keep that in mind. It is silk. Okay, I hope everybody can hear me. So what I wanted to remind you of before I go today is what we have special for you at the website up to Monday. Okay? I haven't had a lot of new stuff come in recently, and that's because, I had other fish to fry. So I couldn't do it. I had to pay other bills because it had been slow. And you get to the place where you can't buy anymore till you pay up, So that's what I've been doing, trying to take what came in and pay up. So then that means we have to do sales, and I'm happy to do them because you guys get the benefit, and you can pick out what you want. Yeah, it would be a fun way, wouldn't it? So this is what's going on right now. I don't know if you can see this. We're having a mount sale. And actually, this is the code, except there's no space. Mount sale, all one word, all caps. That's the code. And you buy out of the bezels, blanks, and mounts section. Okay, only. It's only for this. But when you go to that section, you'll be blown away with what's in there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. And I know a lot of you love the 1928 mounts. Well, guess what? There are 1928 mounts in that section because I cross-promote a lot of my stuff. So you could get those. And there is no minimum order on that. What? That's right. There's no minimum order on this. So you can get it whatever you want. So that's mount sale. MOUNTSALE. If you go to the creative group, if you ever want to know what the latest codes are, they're usually pinned to the featured section. You can just click on that and it'll bring them up for you to see. So it's 25% everything in this bezel blanket mount section, and there's tons of stuff. And it's stuff we use a lot. Or if you don't like that sale, then you can use code 20% 100, which we've had for a few weeks. There's no spaces, percents, all caps. And you get 20% off everything on the website when you have $100 in your cart. So there is a minimum on that, but we all know that is not hard to do. So you pick one or the other, or else do 2 carts because you can't stack coupons at our place. It just sends the whole system into a tizzy, so we don't do that. Anyway, so you can do that. And then when you have $35 in your cart for anything, you get our gift with purchase, which right now is that beautiful pink German frosted cameo with a decal. And there's a 40 by 30 cameo and There are two 18 by 13 cameos coordinating with it that you make earrings out of. And I got to tell you, you might think I'm nuts, but those cameos are expensive. You might think, oh, they're just acrylic white. They just are. Some of the German stuff with decal on it just is. I don't know what else to tell you. And they had gone up lately too. But I went and I found a sale. Somebody had some that they wanted to sell down. So I got some for like a crazy good price. And when they came in, I said, what can I do to keep these people interested? Because, I need them to come and look. So I thought, well, you know what? I could give them a set of this. If you were buying that set, I had forgotten exactly what it cost. The cameo is $5.95, and I think the 18, that's the big one. The 18 by 13, I think, is $2.95. So just do the math. It's way over. I'm not 100. It's way over $10, and you're getting it free if you do a $35 order. So how nuts is that? Take advantage of it. When I go insane, take advantage of it. That's all I can say. Yeah, it's a good order with no minimum. It's a good deal with no minimum order. But you got a free shopping pass there, Rosa. So you got the best deal. Anyways, so that's what we have for you right now. Of course, then you still have 100 in the cart. After coupon use, you get free U.S. shipping too. So we've got a lot of great deals for you. And anything you find on the site that's already marked down, there are a few things like that. When you use your discounts, you just get that much more off. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so come and help us clean house a little bit, and we'll get some bills paid around here so I can go ahead and order more, because we need some new stuff, guys. We need good stuff. New stuff. Yep. Okay. So anybody have any questions? We didn't really make a start to finish piece. I hope that people that come along later and see this video are not terribly disappointed. But I think we talked about so many things that are interesting in how Sari's work, how it works, and how you could use it, and how you might not like to use it, or whatever, and the different types. And that's another thing we'll talk about in the class. We'll be talking about the different types of Sari as well. Okay, so that's what I got for you today. Thank you so much for coming. If anybody's out there and hasn't said anything yet, you better say something, because I am going to do a drawing. We didn't have too many people today, but I still am going to do a drawing because I said I was going to do a drawing. Raindrops, how you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I love buttons too. Oh, I love buttons. Yeah, say something, because I'm going to go back and see who all commented, and then I'll count the unique entries, and I'll do random. And it will be on the creative group who won, and it will also be in the description of this video later on. It might even be till tomorrow, because sometimes after we're done with the live, it doesn't bring the live feed back up right away. It sometimes can take almost a day, but I'll have it for you soon, and maybe you win. You never know. You might have something nice for you. So anyway, thanks for coming, and I hope you'll consider taking the Uptown Boho class, because it's going to be awesome. If you have your own ribbon and stuff, fine. You may have stuff I have.